just made it to Brunei Dar es Salaam. Really funny story. So initially I booked 3 nights in Lembang, Malaysia. I spent a good portion, a couple days exploring it, seeing what I could do, taking some videos, but I realized a lot of people there were stopping over to go to Brunei. So I was just sitting in my hotel room thinking, why don't I just book bus tickets and go to Brunei right now? So that's what I did, booked the bus tickets, and then went down to the bus station, waited 3 hours or so, going back and forth on WhatsApp with the bus operator, and every time he's like, they're almost there, they're almost there. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna keep waiting. I went, ate lunch, came back, no bus, and then all of a sudden my phone just goes black. I can't turn it on. I've tried to reset it, I've tried to do everything, and I can't get this to turn back on. So no WhatsApp, no maps, nothing. I was starting to get a little concerned. Like, I'm fine with waiting. However, I do need this. This is how I get around. This is how I find places to go, and it just was not working, and it still isn't. So anyways, I get across the border. We go through 2 border patrol checkpoints, get all the customs clearance, everything, but I don't know where my hotel is. So I start asking him, can you name me off some hotels in the area? And he goes through 3 or 4 different hotels, and he eventually tells me a name that sounds familiar. So I'm like, all right, can you take me there? And he's like, no. I'm like, can you point me where it is? And he like, go 4 blocks this way, go over here. And I'm like, at this dead end. This was where I was staying. So I find out where my room is. I get here, I sit down, I make this video. So it has been a little hectic of a day. However, yep, that's my story of how I got into Brunei. Really happy that I did. I'm gonna be exploring with or without a phone for the next couple of days. Gonna be a really interesting experience. I'm not too concerned because I just get to be a little bit more present when I'm going through this area. Focus a little bit more on taking some videos and sharing it with you. All right, enjoy the rest of the video. All right, we're in Brunei. We're at this beautiful mosque in the center of the town. Just met a man, he's gonna take me to the water village. We're gonna hopefully see some proboscis monkeys. And then I also have another update on my phone. So I went to this phone repair shop and I found out that it works. They somehow got it so that you can plug it back into the computer, which is good news. I can get all my photos out of it. But unfortunately, the screen doesn't actually work. It just shut off. So it's a screen problem. I'm gonna be out of a phone. I'm not buying another phone while I'm out here. So I am phoneless. I am just going to walk around and see what I could find. I have a map the hotel gave me. However, I already got lost once and probably will happen again, but it is what it is. And then I also found another interesting thing so far. So every single sign above every street corner, above every building, above every store has both Malaysian and Arabic written down. So I started asking people if they can speak Arabic, and so far everyone has said no, we can't speak Arabic. So I'm going to see if I can actually find someone that speaks Arabic and see why there's so much Arabic everywhere. Lots of really interesting laws out here, and of course we're going to be very respectful for every single one of them while we're here. But anyways, off to see the water village, off to see some proboscis monkeys. I'm really excited. Look how beautiful this mosque is behind me. Now, there are tons of places like this here in Brunei. It is night and day different from where we've been in Malaysia. So I'm super stoked. Here's some Arabic writing. But yes, there is a water village here. It is the largest contiguous water village in the world.
Oh, Smiling.
Do they speak Arabic?
This is the good question. Okay. Actually, Brunei is not democratic country. Like we have a king, you know.
Yeah, Sultan.
Sultan. We follow the rules of Sultan. Every step, every procedure, everything. We follow the rules of the government made by His Majesty. Housing, development, finance, everything is under
Sharia.
Sharia. But not that mean that is Islamic alphabet like in Arab. Yeah. That mean we can we speak in Arabic, not in Arab study. No, we can use only Malay and English. Okay. For example, this one.
Yeah.
This one actually Jalan Pengiran Shah Bandar. Okay. This one actually for what do you call it? The Arabic alphabet. You know.
Yeah.
We follow that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't speak
We
Arabic.
can speak Arabic, so we can just follow the English and the Malay, brother Mike. Yeah, on the way to mangrove, first of all, we can see this one, the old palace, the king's palace. His Majesty was born here, and
Born
the king,
here.
the father of His Majesty also born here. Okay, Mike, enjoy.
Thank you.
Ayo, let's take picture. Later, go to the
Thank you.
crocodile.
Yeah, crocodile. Very nice. So this really friendly guy picked me up in front of the main mosque, and there was a bunch of other guys he was trying to get on board. They didn't really seem interested. Obviously I was. What's the worst could happen? I don't have a phone. So goal right now is to find some crocodiles, find some proboscis monkeys, and then head to the water village. Yeah, stay tuned, we're on the hunt. Alright, so we've been hunting for about 1 hour now, and we came across our first family of proboscis monkeys, saw a few babies, and then there's some larger ones in the back. They were shaking the trees. We could see their heads through the trees, but unfortunately we could not get them to come any closer. Just got dropped off at the water village. It's pretty cool. There's a bunch of houses here on either wooden or concrete stilts right on the river. And I'm on the hunt for this one restaurant that serves a local dish called ampuyat. I don't have a phone, so I don't actually know where it is or how to get around these wooden walkways. So I'm just gonna walk. I have half an hour until I have to go. But I'm just taking a look under. You're not gonna be able to see it because it's under this brown water, but there's tons of catfish. There's like, they're bumping into each other, they're climbing on each other, there's archerfish everywhere, but there are these giant catfish everywhere. I'm gonna try and get it on camera. But anyways, wish me luck. I have no maps. I'm gonna try and remember my way back to the jetty. It's already kind of complicated, but yeah, wish me luck. Alright, so I got a little update from a couple people. The ampuyat is on this water village, but it's a 10 to 20 minute walk down away from where the boat dropped me off. The boat driver only gave me 30 minutes, so if you do the math, I'm not getting any ampuyat here today. However, a couple of them told me that they do have it on the mainland, so when I get back, I'm gonna start asking around, see if I can have it. I was told it's something that I definitely should try while I'm out here. And I'm gonna do my best, given I do not get lost and actually make it home. I just want to say this really quick. This food is incredible. I'm not a food reviewer at all. This chili paste stuff, the second I ate it, I got a really familiar taste. And I had to bring the waitress over to ask what this sauce is, because it's like a chili sauce, but it was a little fruity. It's durian. It's a durian paste. I've never eaten it in food before, and it is one of the most, durian is already very unique. This is one of the most unique things I've ever had. Spicy durian paste to go with curry, an omelet, and ampuyat. I'm at the Royal Regalia Museum. It's behind me. I'm gonna see if they're open. Apparently it has the Royal Regalia of the king. This is a strong monarchy, and the king, he runs this whole country. So they have a lot of the regalia in here, a lot of the history, and I'm gonna see if I can find out a little bit more before I head back to one of the night markets. Okay, that was pretty cool. So I couldn't film on the inside of the museum, but at least I was able to get some shots of the lobby. Really interesting history of the Sultan of Brunei. He serves as the Sultan, which is the king, but he's also the president, prime minister, minister of defense, so he runs the military, minister of finance, so he runs the finances of the country, and then Minister of Foreign Affairs. So essentially the Sultan of Brunei, this one man has a lot of power. Yeah, so let's see what else we can find. I'm gonna head over to a night market a little bit later today, see if there's any more local food, maybe even some durian, who knows? So this place is pretty cool. One of the main attractions here in Brunei is a hotel. It's the Empire Hotel. It's one of the few 7-star hotels in the world. So since I don't have a working phone, I also don't have a working alarm clock. I woke up naturally around 9:30. Since I'm recovering from a cold, I did need to have a little bit of rest, so I feel great. I'm pretty hungry though, I haven't eaten yet. I'm gonna be looking for a restaurant. It's a beachfront restaurant, so I'm gonna have some food there. Really interesting thing that I noticed since being out here in Brunei is there's no scooters. If you know anything about Southeast Asia, then you would know that this part of the continent is all about that scooter life. There's scooters everywhere on the roads. Really easy to rent scooters. Whenever you're traveling Southeast Asia, you should rent a scooter. It makes it so easy to travel around here. Since being in Brunei, I haven't really seen any scooters. The roads are really clean, everything's really clean, and everyone has a car. That's one of the biggest things that stood out to me so far since being here. And also another fun fact that my guide gave me is every Friday and Sunday is a weekly holiday. A lot of people don't really work. So yeah, Brunei definitely has a lot of really interesting things that make it different. And while I'm here, I'm gonna just explore this hotel. I wanna see the beach, and I can already tell there's some oil fields right off the beach. This is an oil country. Yeah, so the plan today, tour, walk around the Empire Hotel. It's a dry hotel, no alcoholic drinks here or in this country. Have some of their food, and then after this gonna head over to the biggest mosque in Brunei. It has 29 domes, which I'm really excited to see. Head to a night market and then call it quits. Alright, so we just made it through the Jarrawong Fish Market. That was a pretty cool experience, being able to see all the local wildlife that's in these waters, both fresh and salt water. The unique part about this bay is that they have access to brackish water, which is the water that's in between salt and fresh water, as well as local rocks. They fish the oil rig year round, which is really neat. And then we were able to talk to some of the fishmongers, and I might be able to go on one of their boats tomorrow. So cross fingers that we can make that happen. This market was really cool because the fishing boats were able to just pull up right behind the fish market. They were able to drop off some really unique catches like this fish. I've never seen it before, I have no clue what it is. And then even some trophy fish like this barramundi, really good eating. And then I was even able to show the fishmonger how the triggerfish got its name with a really unique dorsal spine mechanism. And there was some warm water lobster, really expensive. And then after that, we went to the fruit market next door, and I was able to taste some coconut mango, which was just incredible. We moved on to the next spot on our trip. Behind me is the Jame Asr Hassan al-Bolkiah Mosque. I'm reading the sign behind the camera because I don't know how to pronounce it properly. We're here, there's 29 domes. This mosque is about around 20 years old, and it really is pretty beautiful. The rain came pretty hard today, so we weren't able to get here earlier. We're here now and it's still just as beautiful. Really interesting fact that I learned from my guide Ollie today is back in the 1400s, Brunei was not a Muslim country back then, but apparently an Arab came down to Brunei in the 1400s and his name was Sharik Ali, and how the story goes is he was actually a great grandson of the prophet. So that's really interesting. It'd be cool to know if that is true. Is probably why the Sultan is who he is today, with such a high regard for his royalty. So really interesting story about Brunei. This is Gadong Night Market. It's pretty big, and unfortunately durian is out of season. We were hoping to at least run into some by chance, but nope, no durian. Alright, just picked up some food. My guide was able to pick out some dishes that I'm gonna eat back at the hotel room because it is pouring right now. The rain finally came down. We just made it out of the mosque just in time to avoid the rain. But yeah, tomorrow, crossed fingers, hopefully we can go fishing. Alright, so it's my last day here in Brunei. Really nice day. Past couple of days it's been on and off in rain, but today we got some clear skies. And goal is to go and see a waterfall, spend a little time in nature, and then maybe eat some Indian food at the end of the day. Started out with some cold brew from the Roasted Sip. Really good coffee shop. I really do think that Brunei is a hidden gem of sorts of Southeast Asia because it doesn't fit in any of the characteristics that you would think of when you think of Southeast Asia. For instance, there's no scooters on the road. Everyone has a car. It's relatively quiet. I can walk across any street I want and not really run into a car. Other things as well, I was talking to the barista. She told me that it's a very private and silent country, and it's not like it's turned off towards tourism whatsoever. It's just a very quiet place. And I asked her why. She was saying that a big thing about this country, it's a dry country, so that means that literally nowhere that you can go to buy any kind of alcoholic drink. Nightlife really is a big draw for tourists in a lot of places, and you don't have any of that here. But yeah, the reason why I'm bringing that up is I haven't seen any tourists the whole time I've been here. This is the most private that I've felt the entire time I've been in Southeast Asia. And I went to the beach yesterday and it was nice, and there were barely any people there. Like I felt like I had a private experience at this resort. Really enjoyed my time here. So definitely give it a shot, put it on your next list. Today we're gonna go see a waterfall and go on a hike and see, maybe we could see some monkeys on the trail too. We'll see what we could do. No guide today, it's just me walking on foot. It's probably another mile until I get to the trailhead that takes me to the waterfall. Pretty sure I took the hard route because that was pretty steep. Holding this camera, it was challenging, but it's a really nice day out here. I heard some monkeys. I wasn't able to see them, but it's a sunny day, but I was able to get some shade on this trail. It's a really short trail, even though it took me a little while to get up and down that little hill. But yeah, on my way back, I knew I took the hard route. I could see the bridge down there. Unfortunately, I'm on the other side of this river. I think I'm probably gonna head back that way if this trail ever makes it, but down there's the bridge. I needed some exercise. I needed to work off all of this food. Yeah, I am sweaty. One thing I love about Southeast Asia is every jungle is different. This one's got a lot of ferns. Overall, a pretty pleasant hike. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of my third ever YouTube video. I really appreciate all the support. And if you like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, do all the things. That just helps YouTube show my channel and my videos to people around the world that are just like you. And it really does make a big difference. So yeah, hopefully you were able to learn some cool things about Brunei. I certainly did. I'm back here in Chiang Mai, northern Thailand. I just got a condo with my wife at the Namana. Really neat place, and staying long term, I actually really do enjoy this a little bit more than the last condo that we were trying out. So if you are in the area, I would check out the Namana. But anyways, have a good rest of your day, and hopefully I can see you out here sometime soon.